Hello there again. A happy Thursday evening to everyone. For this video, we're gonna have a very short tutorial on Google Classroom and Google Meet. So actually, this very short tutorial is for my fellow teachers out there who are using Google Classroom and Google Meet as tools in online teaching. Now, I'm pretty sure you've seen the segment on Jessica Soho last week on how other people, most especially the sexual predators, intruded one of the lectures done in Google Meet. So we're gonna have these short lecture to at least minimize or avoid those things from happening. Right? So I promise you that this video would be very quick and easy. Quick and easy. Parang yung pagbitaw niya po sa akin, no? Very quick na, easy pa. Charot lang po mga teachers. So, let's begin. Alright, let's begin. Without further ado, let's begin with our tutorial. Okay. Again, good evening, teachers. And like what I've told you a while ago, what we will be talking about here is securing your Google Classroom and your Google Meet. So for points of discussion tonight, number one, resetting the Google Meet link in your Google Classroom. Quick question, Miss Dean, why do we need to reset our Google Meet link in our Google Classroom? So as you all know, the Google Meet link in our Google Classroom is found at the header of our Google Classroom, right? Now, if we will not reset this, the original link or the first link that we have generated when we created the Google Classroom, students will just save this and just share it and share it and share it to anyone who they wish to share it. So it decreases the security of our Google Meet. Second, disabling the screen share feature of the participants for students. Again, Miss Teen, quick question, why do we need to disable the screen share feature? Disabling the screen share feature of the participants or our students will prevent any intruder or even your students from sharing inappropriate content. So when we say inappropriate content, these may be photos or videos which are dangerous or even pornographic. So disabling the screen share feature will at least prevent that from happening. Okay, let me show you how to do it. First, go to our Google Classroom. Now, this Google Classroom, I've specifically made these just to show you how it is done. Let me just make my cursor bigger so that you'll see the things that I am clicking. Again, I specifically made this Google Classroom for this tutorial. So our goal number one is to reset your Google Meet link. Now, as you all know, our Google Meet link is found at the header of our Google Classroom. It's here. Okay? So, Miss Teen, ano po itong icon na to? This icon actually tells us that your students cannot see this Google Meet link. Miss Teen, why did you disable this feature, or why did you hide the Meet link to your students? I specifically hid it to prevent them from accessing the Meet link when I'm not around. Okay? Now, goal number one is to reset this Google Meet link. So to reset this, what I'd like you to do, teachers, is to look for the gear icon found at the top right corner of our screen. So gear icon. So as per gear icon, here it is. Once you find it, what I'd like you to do is to click it. So click. So once you click it, the settings will show. So this is the setting. What I'd like you to do now is to find general. So under the general, we'll find here the Google Meet. Right? So the Google Meet is here under general. So to reset this one, what I'd like you to do is to put or place your cursor or the arrow of your cursor at the link itself. right? So once you're at it, what I want you to do is to click it. Click once, and once you click it, two options will show. First is copy and then reset. Of course, our goal here is to reset. So what you will be clicking is reset. Click reset. Okay. So once you click that, another Meet link will generate. Okay. So this is already a new Meet link. Okay. So it's done already. So Miss Teen, I'd like my students to see these Meet link in our header, in the header of our Google Classroom. Now, to make these links visible to your students, what I want you to do is see this one, visible to students, and then in here you have a button. What you will be doing to this button is just to click it. So once the button has already turned blue, it means that this link is already in your header, or it's already visible to your students. So once it is done, do not forget to click save. Okay? Save. Always learn how to save. There. The settings have been saved. Okay, so this is already your new Meet link. So this is already visible to your students. Now, like what I've told you a while ago, I suggest for security purposes that once you generate new Meet link, is to make it hidden to your students unless you have a schedule for that day. Now, Miss Teen, again, I'm done, or we've had our Google Meet. So once you are done with your Google Meet, as much as possible, reset this again. So whenever you finish one Google Meet in this classroom, as much as possible, reset it. And to do so, again, let's try again. Find the gear icon. The gear icon is in here. Click it. Then find the general. And under the general, you have there the Google Meet. Again, to reset it, just click the link itself and then click reset. Okay, so once you have already reset your Google Meet link, like what I've told you a while ago, I suggest for security purposes is to hide this link to your students and to just make it visible if you have schedule with them. If you have a schedule with them. So to hide this, just click this button. So once it loses its color, it's already hidden to your students. But of course, you have to click save. So once you click save, let's wait for it. There you go. This is the newly generated Meet link, and this icon here tells you that this link is hidden to your students. Now, if you want to make this visible to your students again and again, find the gear icon, click it. Under the general, you have the Google Meet in here. If you want to make it visible, you just click this button, and once it becomes blue, you click save. Wait for it, and then there you go. The Google Meet link is already visible to your students. Okay, now for our second point of discussion in here. Second point is how to disable the screen share feature of our students. So let's say, for example, that today we have Google Meet with our students. So what we're gonna do is you just click this link, and then automatically we will be redirected to the Google Meet. Okay. So of course, teachers, since we are the teacher, it is very important to be the first one who's in the Google Meet, right? So once you are here, you click join now. There. Now you are the host of this Google Meet. Again, I repeat, teachers, as much as possible, be the very first one to enter the Google Meet link. Now, our main goal here in the Google Meet link, or in the Google Meet itself, is to disable the screen share feature of our students or participants. So if in any case that there is an intruder in our Google Meet, they will not be allowed to share their screen. especially to share pornographic or inappropriate photos or videos. And to disable the screen share feature, what I want you to do, again, once you are in this screen, is to look for the people icon. People icon found in the right corner of our screen. People icon, it's here, there. So once you find it, what I want you to do again is to click it. Very easy. Click it. Now once you click it, the host control options will now appear. So here it is. So once you see this one, host controls icon, what I want you to do again is to click it. Give it one click. And once you click it, options will show. Now, as per options, our main goal here is to disable their share screen feature. So what you will be doing in this button, just click it once. And then again, once it loses its color, the feature has already been disabled. Okay, so once you do that, the feature has already been disabled. So they will not be allowed to share their screen. Miss Tini, hindi po ako sure. If you are not sure, click the host control again and see if it has already been disabled. Okay, so for this video tutorial, you've already learned how to reset the Google Meet link and of course to disable the share screen feature in the Google Meet. Okay, so we've reached our goals, right? So before we end this video tutorial, let's have a very brief recall of what we had tonight. So again, teachers, points to remember. First one, always reset your Google Meet link to ensure security. Again, teachers, it's very important to reset the Google Meet link so that students will not be able to access them again and again and then share them with other people. But of course, since you are the host of the classroom and the Google Meet, you are the one who's in control of whoever enters the Google Meet. So that points us to our second point. So the second one is that never ever accept requests from email addresses outside of the organization, especially during Meet lectures. Alright? So as the host, again, as the host in our Google Meet, as the teacher and as the host, you are the one who's in control of whoever enters the Google Meet. Okay? So to ensure security, never ever accept email addresses outside the organization. Okay? Third one, never ever share class code. So in our Google Classroom, whenever we invite students, as much as possible, or it's not as much as possible, might as well not use codes. Don't use codes na lang po. Instead, personally invite students using their emails. And then the next one, as a host in the Google Meet, always disable the screen share feature of your participants. That's the last thing we did a while ago. Disable the screen share so that they will not be given a chance to share inappropriate contents. Okay? So I hope you've learned something tonight, teachers, especially how to reset your Google Meet link, how to make it hidden and visible to your students, and of course in the Google Meet, I hope you've learned how to control the screen share feature of your students. So that will be all. Thank you.